Experience. He's going to tell us his background. But first, one of the latest candidates to officially declare is Minnesota's Michele Bachmann.
I stand here in the midst of many friends and many family members to announce formally my candidacy for President of the United States. I want my candidacy for the presidency of the United States to stand for a moment when we, the people, stand once again for the independence from a government that has gotten too big and spends too much and has taken away too much of our liberties.
Why don't we just start at the beginning? Why did you get into politics? Why are you involved in the political process, and when did you get involved?
Well, I got involved actually in 1998. My husband and I had 5 biological children, but we also had been raising 23 foster children.
23?
23 foster children.
What was the most you had in the house at one time?
We had 9 kids in the house. That's not unusual. You grew up in neighborhoods where there were 9 kids in a family.
My wife, we have 2 kids. I don't believe in zone defense. That's 23 foster kids.
Yeah. No, it was a great thing, and we enjoyed doing it. I have a wonderful husband. We've been married 33 years, and we were doing foster care. And I had been a United States federal tax litigation attorney, and we're business owners. We started our own business as well. But I was at home full time taking care of all these kids, and I was surprised what I was seeing coming home in the backpack. We had homeschooled our biological kids. We put our kids in private Christian school, but state law would not allow our foster children to attend private school. They were only in public school.
Why not?
Well, it's just what the law was.
And you saw a big difference?
I saw a big difference, and I thought if anyone needed a leg up, it was our foster children. So I started getting involved in education reform, and that was back in 1998. And as a result of all the reform work that I had done, people urged me to run for the Minnesota State Senate. I did. I was there for 6 years.
What year
and I was encouraged. I was in the Minnesota State Senate from 2000 until 2006. In 2006, I was urged to run for Congress. I did, and I've been here ever since.
All right. Why would you want to be president?
Well, because I want to see us take our country back, and I know that we can be so much better than we are today. And I feel very strongly about that, and I want to be able to take my background expertise and make the decisions that have to be done. We need to have a president who understands the times that we live in, who can correctly diagnose the problems, who can apply the right solution, and again, someone who has the courage to carry it out. We need a fighter right now to fight against the political establishment. That is really what the problem is, and that's what my whole life and history has been about. Fighting against the establishment.
What would separate you from all of these other candidates?
I think what separates me from the candidates is the fact that I have a proven track record of being a fighter, of fighting for what people believe in, whether it is popular or not. Despite the opposition, I stand true because people know that I will do what I say and that I say what I do, and that I don't just test waters in the sense of putting my finger up the air to see if something is politically correct or not. I do it based upon principle. And I'm a reformer. And I'm also, anyone who knows me, I'm a very practical person. I'm solution focused. And I think that that's what I want to bring to bear. We need that in the world.
Why do you think you've become such a lightning rod? I mean, Governor Palin obviously has become a lightning rod. There's certain people, Donald Trump, you mentioned him, has become, the focus of attacks. Over the last couple of years in particular, I used to refer to you as the second most hated Republican woman in the country. And you said,
or loved.
Or the second most loved, so I stood
right.
corrected. But what do you think it is? Why this venom? I'll give you one example. Recently, you were given a speech, you made a mistake about history, and the media just pounced on you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think part of that is because they're nervous and they're worried that maybe she'll catch on, maybe she'll be the nominee. And, of course, I think that we all know, it's no secret, a lot of people in the press have been really rooting for Barack Obama all these years, and they want to take anyone that they might see would be a formidable competitor and take them down and take them out of the equation. And I just don't scare very easy.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you think this is what it's about? You raise more money than any member of Congress in the history of Congress.
In the history of Congress, that's right. And that's thanks to a lot of beautiful, generous people who, by the way, gave an average donation of $45 or less. Mm-hmm. And people believed in me because I wasn't spinning them. I was telling people the truth. And people wanted a fighter, somebody who'd really stand up for them.
Do you think Congress today is not living up to the promise of a fight that they gave in the 2010 election? Do you think they're doing enough in terms of battling back the Obama agenda?
My opinion has been no. My opinion is that we can do more than what we have done so far, because I believe the people are with us. I know that they're with us. If you look at the Rasmussen polling, from the time Obamacare passed on March 23rd of 2010 until today, there hasn't been 1 week that less than a majority of Americans have wanted to see us get rid of that awful government takeover of health care. Why? Senior citizens know why. Because President Obama took $500 billion out of Medicare in order to put it in Obamacare. That's not going to do any good for senior citizens. So we need to fight for them and fight for liberty in health care, and people know we won't get that under Obamacare.
You pretty much